Hello Nakama. Welcome to Nimehara. This channel contains One Piece facts and theories. Don't forget to subscribe and notification bells. God Valley, an isle and that was once a symbol. Luxury and power. For the celestial dragons. Now immersed in hellfire. Night sky usually filled with stars. Now enveloped in thick black smoke. Who rose towering, like giant hands reaching for heaven. Fire-licking magnificent buildings. Collapse. Marble palaces, built with the sweat of slaves. From all over the world, the screams of runaway slaves. Mixed with laughter, crazy pirates who fight each other. And in the middle of it all, sound of explosion from a weapon, and the devil fruit clashing. Dragon time, a young man in his early 20s, running through the ruins of the city. Her long black hair, ruffled by hot winds, and its piercing eyes, scanning around warily. In his arms, there were two little babies, the one with bright red hair, little Sean, who was only a few months old, and the other is a toddler, about 2 years old, with wide eyes, full of fear. Reagan did not know the name of the toddler, he only found it among the rubble. Crying alone, after his mother was crushed by the ruins, but it knows he must protect her. Calm down little, go ma'am dragon, while pressing the babies tighter on his chest. His feet are running fast, dodging the falling debris, and the bodies scattered around. This island is a massive fighting arena. The celestial dragons have held their tournament, where pirates and slaves were forced to fight. For the sake of entertainment, but things changed when Ifrox Desebek, the most feared pirate captain, invaded that island with its ferocious crew. Now God Feli was the battlefield between pirates. The Navy Rocks, led by Monkey and Garp and the celestial dragons, who were protected by their holy knights, include Saint Phi Garling. Megan wasn't part of that fight. He was a young man who came to this island on a top-secret mission, looking for information about the corruption of the world government. But now, he was caught in the middle of chaos, his breath gasping for breath as he turned into a narrow alley, dodging a bunch of plows, the sea that is killing each other. I have to get out of here, he thought, but suddenly, a familiar voice called him dragon. He stopped yelling. In front of him stood a middle-aged woman, with long black hair, now covered in blood and dust. His mom Shamrock. His body was covered in burn on his right arm, a sword incision in his shoulder, and blood drained from her forehead. It leans against a crumbling wall. He gasped for breath. Ibu Sarah Dragon, run closer. He put the babies carefully on the ground and examined his mother's wounds. Shamrock smiled weakly, her green eyes, similar to dragon eyes, full of warmth. Even though his body is dying, dragons protect the children. They are the future. His voice is soft but firm as the wind that brings the rain. Dragon wants to ask, why is it here? What happened? But before the words left his mouth, the sound of footsteps approaching. Enemies, the guards of the celestial dragon, emerging from the darkness. Their swords sparkled under the light of fire. Dragon keeps running through the ruins of the city that now looks more like hell. From heaven, fire devours everything, and the sound of the fight is getting closer. He could hear a thunderous scarp sound, calling Roxas' name, and the explosion of the devil fruit collide. But he doesn't care. Destination is port, where he could steal a ship and escape this cursed island. But fate says otherwise. As he passed an old warehouse on the edge of the city, warehouse that once belonged to Pirate Rocks, Dragon saw the door wide open. Inside, the faint glow of a falling torch illuminated a pile of gold treasure, ancient weapon jewels, and scattered wooden boxes. This warehouse has been robbed, but it seems like someone is lagging behind. Dragon Ragu, but my instinct says to hide there for a moment, at least until the storm of conflict subsides. He went in and placed the babies on a pile of cloth. The little one is crying softly, but Dragon calmed him down by swinging her body. Other toddlers, already asleep, exhausted from the chaos. Dragon is checking around, looking for food or water. But her eyes interested in a large box in a corner of the warehouse. The box is still locked, but the key was damaged by the previous explosion. With one kick, Dragon opens it. Inside, besides a pile of shiny gold and jewels, there's something weird. A fruit of a silvery blue color, with a swirling pattern like a spinning storm. That is the devil's fruit. Mythical Zoan Torai, Torinomi, rain god model. Or does Dragon Storm know about the devil fruit? She has heard the story from his father, Gar, even though he hates that man. This fruit is legendary. They say they can control the weather, calling for rain and lightning. Like an ancient storm god, the dragon stared at the fruit for a long time. His strength can help him escape, can make him become an invincible monster. But then he stared at baby Sean. What he is looking at now is not naive. Human dragon. He doesn't want that power for oneself. She wants the world to change, not through a magic fruit. With caution, he put baby Sean in the box, hide it with cloth and treasure. He placed the devil's fruit near the baby, as if it's part of the treasure. One day, you will find your own path. Human dragon. His voice is full of hope and sadness. He chose not to eat that fruit. Leave him with Shanks. Then he lifted the other toddler and continues his escape. He left that warehouse. Hope that Shang will be found by a good person. Maybe Roger or Rayleigh. What he knows currently on this island. The wind outside is getting stronger. It's as if the island itself currently screaming. On the other hand, God Felly, where the beach meets the dense forest. Running as fast as I can. Her long black hair is fluttering, and his eyes are full of fear. She is a young woman, a part of Roger's crew who just joined. But now, he is separated from the others, pursued by Summers. Summers is laughing like crazy. Her body, which was full of wounds, every time he gets hurt. You can't run, woman. Shout out to Summers. His sword slices the air. I almost died from that attack. The sword touches the shoulder, leaving a deep wound. He fell into the sand. Her breath is panting. This is finally what she thinks. But suddenly, a shadow appeared. Rayleigh is the deputy captain of Gold Roger, emerging from the darkness. His sword is glowing with Heishoku Haki, black and red aura. What makes the air vibrate? With one swift stroke, he cut Summer's body. His body is trying to regenerate, but Heishoku Haki Real is blocking that process. You've already finished. Cold words. But the fight is not over yet. From behind the tree, an arrogant figure emerged. Saint Phi Garling is the leader of the Holy Knights, celestial dragon. Her white hair is fluttering, and his eyes are full of hatred. His long sword, known as the Sword of Heaven, shining under the moonlight. The aura of his shock is burning, making the sky shake and the trees sway. You're stealing, low standard. Spray garlic, dare to touch our property. Real smiled thinly. Standing in front of Shocky, do the bows have it? Doesn't belong to anyone. The fight between Real and Garling are inevitable. Garling raised his sword, high height, summoning the whirling black clouds on top of their heads. It's exciting when his sword was devoured by black flames mixed with red lightning, as if the sky is falling, destroying the earth. The attack rolled off like a hurricane, destroying everything in its path. Real closed her eyes for a moment, recalling Roger's carefree laughter and smile. Sweet Shocky. He raises his sword low to the side. Ogi Shinkai no Korin. The right manifests into a black golden dragon that roared against the sky. The dragon glided forward, collided with Hurricane Garling. Their bending crushed the island. The mountains are collapsing, a raging sea with giant waves, and thousands of people, slave pirate marines, passed out from a blast of thirst. Terrible Shoku, dust and smoke cover the sky, and the ground cracks like broken eggshells. Really horrified, Yanakama steady. It's finally, after a fierce battle that lasted for hours. Garling on his knees, the blade is cracked, blood draining from the torn chest. Hanu Luca's skin, but still standing tall staring at her. I didn't fight to win, he said. Voice is calm. I fight for dreams. Stay alive. Garling Robo. His sword broke in half. Shocky ran to the reel. Keep it from falling. Terror sparkled in her eyes. For the first time, it feels a deeper bond than just admiration. Real. Thank you for the whisper. Relay Tersenyum. Hug her softly. We have to find Roger. This fight is not over. Back to the warehouse. Dragon staring at the baby Shanks, which is lying in a chest. With the fruit of the storm, he knew he couldn't go back there. Too many enemies. And he had to protect the other toddlers. I'm sorry. Son, I just want you to live. A flash of light from the sky. The rest of the impact of Real and Garling make the dragon look up. The sky is shaking. Lightning struck, as if the world was angry. The world is full of monsters, but a true storm will be born from them. Who refuse to bow? Dragon Gum. Baby Sheng's crying for a while, then silence as if understanding the words. Dragon left the warehouse, running toward the harbor with a toddler in his arms. Hear Mimin clarify Genya Nakama. Because the dragon has no choice anymore. Because he's so hard. When securing the two red-hair babies together, Sean, who got a place in the treasure chest. Dragon put it in the treasure chest because he saw increasingly chaotic conditions. Fires and natural damage are happening everywhere. He looked again at the devil fruit mythical Zoan god. Because the only way to put Bayu Shanks into the box is to take a devil fruit. Plus because around the dragon, things are really mixed up. And also the Sky Dragon Knights began to roam around the place. Outer chest room. Dragon immediately ate the devil fruit by choking and feeling the bitter taste of that devil fruit. And after that, as soon as possible, Sean was put into the treasure chest, saying, I'm sorry, I'm a cute little boy. Because this is the only way, so that you and I can later change the future. I'm sure that's the best way. I hope you fall into the hands of a pirate who has determination to liberate the world. Really crazy, right, Nakama? Don't cry yet. Then immediately, Dragon closed the chest again, as if it had never been opened and did not know its contents, so that the warriors of the Sky Dragon got to that place, and the dragon position has fled, while carrying a baby Simrock to the port area or ship owned by Marin. In this case the Garp ship, because the dragon is a Garp Protish.